TEDxRambaug. It's interesting to tell you guys that my first talk in Maharashtra was right at the same platform 2 years back. And again, I'm here. That's the circle of life. Art of survival. For an army man, if you really ask what art of survival is, I think from day one, when you're inducted in the academy, you are given tasks which kind of teaches you art of survival, and it somewhere teaches you how not to crave in life. Okay, and I've been listening to all these speakers, and I realized that we have gratitude as one of the most important aspects of life, and we feel gratitude. If we possess gratitude towards God and things that we have in life, everything will be really, really fine. Having said that, is art of survival a choice that is given to a defense guy? No. We are designed to survive. Because if we don't survive, if I get wounded in war, there are more people who will be involved to take me back. There are more people who will be involved to fight my battle. And the bigger picture is that you will not be successful in your mission. So when I say this, that we are designed to succeed, I mean that not everybody on this earth, on this planet, in this auditorium, has the luxury of deciding how he wants to survive. This 9 month of period, and we are still struggling with Corona. When we all were struggling to not contain ourselves in our own comfortable zone of self-created luxury in our own houses. Imagine there were battalions, there were regiments which were inducted in Galwan Valley. When we were taught social distancing was the last thing that the soldier who was getting inducted on his mind, because he could see a bigger enemy right in front of him. So, when we go to the academy, there are certain very interesting things that people do. So what do they do? They teach you how to not sweat small. And what is not sweating small? You have junior term, you have senior term. So when you are the junior, very often it will happen. In initial days, it definitely happens. The seniors will come and they'll eat away your cookies. They will deliberately delay you for your breakfast. And then suddenly some officer will come and he'll ask if everything is all right with you. So we all go from civil background where in this Corona time, we have a lot of crave that life is not good, ye nahi ho raha, wo nahi ho raha. And they start cribbing it. So the seniors had our cookies, or we were this morning delayed because the seniors held us somewhere in the cycle stand and we could not reach the mess in time. The next scene is the seniors rogering juniors. And they screw you so hard that next time when the officer comes and he asks you, all okay? You say, all okay, sir. So the point that I'm trying to make here, ladies and gentlemen, is life is not about chai biscuit and going to work and not being able to make as much money as we've been able to in last fiscal year or financial year and stuff like that. Life has much more to it. I wish a soldier has the liberty to work from home. Can you imagine? We all have work from home scenario. And there are organizations who also pay you to buy your chair and laptop and that whole office setup. Can you think of a soldier working from home? Can he do that? Can he set up a call and virtually report all okay? No. That doesn't happen. So when I talk of gratitude, my gratitude is not towards God. When I talk of gratitude, my gratitude is towards the fact that every morning when we get up, we have a free India where we breathe. We have free India where we choose what we want to do today. We have free India where on every step you have the choice to make कि आपको करना क्या है आज. मूड नहीं अच्छा है यार, आज बॉस को झूठ बोल देते हैं, घर में रह जाते हैं. Because you are free. This freedom has not come free. Let's understand that. There have been people who've been involved to secure this freedom for all of us for over the last 7 decades. खून बहा है, जिंदगियां गई हैं इस आजादी को एंजॉय करने के लिए. So when I talk of gratitude, I expect every free Indian to bear them in your thoughts. I don't expect you to take out money from your salary and start, sending across to people who are fighting for you and for all of us and safeguarding the nation from the enemy. No, I don't expect that. But if you bear them in your thoughts, if you acknowledge that there are people who are fighting this battle not just for money. The cause and the reason is much larger. Let's come back to a story that I have to tell you. I was posted in Jammu and Kashmir in the year 2005. And this story is about hope. So art of survival, hope. Hope is very, very important in life. Unless you have this hope that what we'll do tomorrow, today becomes very, very difficult. Right? We all have deposited some money, we've made some investment, we have invested in a lot of relationships with this hope that life will get better in time to come. Isn't it? So this story is about 2005, 3rd February to be precise. I was posted in Gurez, a very beautiful sector sandwiched between Dras and Kargil. And I was supposed to replace an officer from one of the posts. I was an artillery officer, and an artillery officer, typically the youngsters are sent on observation posts wherein you can have view into enemy territory, and if there is a requirement, you can follow your artillery guns to, direct the fire in the right direction. I started with a team of 4 other ranks. I was the only officer because that was the protocol. They will walk with me. The total distance was about 17 kilometers, and I had to go and replace another officer. And it was an incline, of course, about 3,000 meters of height that I had to gain over 2 days' time. So typically, this 17 kilometer, 2005, technology was not really great. Even if today, if the technology is great, Shiachin and forward posts, they're not connected through mobile and stuff like that. So typically, Army works with a wired communication device. Okay, you do like this, someone picks up, one side can only talk, the other guy will listen to you. And in mountains, typically, if there is a heavy snowfall, this wire is kind of buried in the snow. And if there is more snowfall, it breaks because there's so much of weight and there is so much that it can take. So we started our journey. On day 1, we were supposed to reach a post, which was supposed to be a maintenance post. So a maintenance post is a team of 4 to 5 people who actually check this wiring from regiment headquarters to the maintenance post and maintenance post to the post where the team is. The team which had taken me till the maintenance post comes back to the regiment, and I was handed over to the regiment post, and next day morning, 4 o'clock, my link was supposed to start and go and replace the officer. It started snowing. So most of you, the youngsters these days, they go for trekking and small mountaineering expeditions and stuff like that. If you don't know, if there is fresh snowfall, more than 6 inches to 8 inches, it is not prescribed that you are not supposed to walk the next day. स्नोफॉल हुआ, हम लोग नहीं चले, दूसरा दिन आया नहीं चले, फिर स्नोफॉल हो गया, 3 दिन हो गया, 4 दिन हो गया, स्नोफॉल 2 फीट की हो गई. And the first news that we hear is that the communication between regiment headquarters and maintenance post is broken. So now we are on radio sets. We are saying all okay. 9th February was my birthday. That was 6th day of our stay at that place. My mother was communicated that your son is fine. He is somewhere. He can't call you. The communication is broken, but he's fine. If it was your brother or if it was your father who was posted in Jammu and Kashmir, whom you have not been able to speak for 6 days, and someone tells you that, okay, he is fine, you would want to hear that, yes, he is fine, but it is very hard to believe that he is fine. But there is hope. My wife was told that he is fine. 2nd year of marriage. He is fine. 15 days are gone, and the newspaper and media all over India is now saying that Jammu and Kashmir has received the most unprecedented snowfall in the last 50 years. The communication between post and observation post, maintenance post and observation post, is broken. And the snowfall is about 18 feet, and the place where we were living has suddenly become avalanche prone. Why? Because the snow on the rocky face of the mountain gets wobbly if there is anything, and it was not safe for that small structure for all of us, because if an avalanche came, we all could have been history. So we moved to a sentry post, जहां से एक जवान इलाके की निगरानी कर रहा था. हम उस जगह पे 5 लोग चले गए. एक आदमी करवट बदलता था तो 5 लोगों को करवट बदलना पड़ता था, because it was not possible for all of us to sleep in the same posture. So if one moved, everybody else will move. 25 days gone. The food was so much so, the tinned ration, the dry ration, and what we are doing. There was no officer there. There was no other rank there. There were individuals. The way we have created caste, creed, religion, society, up market, down market, senior, subordinate, too many words we have, no? Nothing existed. One thing that existed was hope. साहब, हम लोग कल उठेंगे कि नहीं? 35 days gone.
Wow.
No communication. Radio set batteries have died. आपका बेटा ठीक है कहने के लिए भी अब कोई नहीं है. 39th day. A porter comes from regiment headquarters. Wire निकालते हुए. And we all start crying. That's the power of hope. हर चीज आपको खुशी नहीं देती. ये जो खुशी के आंसू हम कहते हैं ना, you need to really go through certain things in life to realize what actually खुशी के आंसू means. And we realized that there is a possibility of going back. And we went up. The officer came down. All 5 of us are now connected on a WhatsApp. I am an officer. 1 has become a JCO. 3 are Havildars. And we share the nastiest of the joke possible on this earth in that group. Because we don't exist for each other, because I was an officer and they were my subordinates and there was an operator. We exist for each other as life pillars. We held each other's hope. We were each other's everything to ensure that we see a tomorrow. We were together in that crap. So, ladies and gentlemen, my point, and I would finish with this. We have a free country. There are people who are fighting for you. There are people who are dying for you. When we were not able to deal with Corona, there were people who were hit with iron rods, embedded with nails in them because we sitting here can enjoy our freedom. As I said, least we can do is fear them in our mind. Least we can do is be worthy of it that someone dies for us. Thank you so much. I sign off and hope to see sunrises after sunrises after sunrises after sunrises in this free country with this free thought without any boundaries or caste, any religion, any kind of crap that divides us. We together can do anything. And if we are together, it's possible. Thank you so much.